Kusasangpo. My name is Parmal and I'm from Bhutan.
Hello and Namaste, I'm Sonika Bodal from Nepal.
Hi everyone, this is Shirley Zhang from China.
Hello, this is Jin Tucker. I'm from Japan.
Hello and Kusasangpo. My name is Parmal and I'm from Bhutan, and I currently work as a content writer and researcher, and I am also a mentor at MGCY, which is a youth-led and a youth-based organization. So what we do is we guide and we listen to youth, and we basically are there for, to guide them through their career orientations and programs. So that's that. And today I'm here to share my take and my perspective on climate change in the mountains. So for me personally, I have been interested in been studying about the environment my whole life, and climate change is more than just a mere topic of discussion and debates. I still remember being told about MGCY, my local language word equivalent to climate change, and how this phenomenon has affected the rainfall patterns and crop yield. And I'm always taken aback whenever I see the pictures from 2 decades ago, where I'm seen hugging, snowman with all the snow-covered landscapes in the background. And currently, it's all memory. So when I say this, I'm not just trying to express my rage about not being able to, play or pose with a snowman, but as much as I would love that, the point I'm trying to make is even in the simplest of things we used to do, now have been impacted by climate change and increasing global temperatures. So the risk is even bigger than we imagined. These challenges raises the need for a new paradigm and solutions to tackle towards disaster risk reductions, and this needs engagement of all people, both youth, the old, and a lot of other stakeholders and children. And what we should do is we should be sensitizing and informing and involving the youth and children equally in decision-making boards and panels. And just like a very interesting paradigm, there needs to each action needs to resonate and reflect the changes that are applicable to the world today, and shift towards a new paradigm that will actually help in reducing the risk and the vulnerability. Yes, thank you.
Hello and Namaste, I'm Sonika Bodal from Nepal, working as the Program Director of Youth for Environment, Education and Development Foundation, YFEED Foundation, which is a youth-led, non-profit, non-governmental organization of Nepal. We know that mountains are one of the early indicators of climate change, and mountains are also known for their fragile topography. So this makes the people living there more vulnerable to climate change. And I was lucky enough to be working with the youth, women and children of my country regarding the climate action in mountains and collect their voices. Their economic income levels and quality of life has also been impacted because of climate change. So the people, what they need is that the civil society, the government, the national and international organizations, they have to identify the needs of the people through the participatory processes. They need to identify and prioritize the needs of the people and formulate the policies, plans and programs accordingly. The women, children, the ethnic minorities and the people with low income levels and low education levels are most vulnerable in case of Nepal. And the basic education, the basic awareness, for example, the awareness to build the resilient infrastructures, the awareness of the response and recovery after the disaster strikes, they need to be imparted to these people. So the youth and children of the mountains are eager to give their voices and make their voice heard in the policy making processes. And for this, I think the capacity building of the youth and awareness and education is a must. This was all about my experience and my thought.
Hi everyone, this is Shirley Zhang from China. It's a great honor to be a speaker here. I do live in mountains now because I'm running for a company called Tree Farm. We're planting and selling vegetables. According to my experience, I think that many farmers are affected by the impact of climate change and disaster. because you will find out that they take a long distance for them to buy some protection clothes, and the transportation fee is normally quite high. So they make a lot of difficulties if they confront the impacts of climate change and disaster. I sincerely ask more and more young people and children can pay more attention in this topic.
Hello, this is Jin Tanaka. I'm from Japan. I'm UNESCO International as a branch manager, certified as a special consultative status by UN ECOSOC. And also, I'm the member of the UNEP Stockholm Plus 50 Youth Task Force member. I believe that in mountains, the most vulnerable part is the collapse of the ground surface due to groundwaters and the weakening of the soil due to the destructions. And these activities is strongly related to the human economic activities. So these activities are involved in the vulnerability, and this problem is considered to be the major problem, such as land collapse and collapse of the mountain slopes due to the weakening of the soil. So today's we need to consider about the risk for the damaging and some of the collapse of the mountains, and strongly consider about the biodiversity as well. However, today, forums on soil and water issues are strongly related to the young people. At the same time, there are few opportunities of the spaces in the field of climate change and energies where children and youth can take part in activities. Compared to the COP26 or compared to some energy oils or energy conferences and water conferences, the space is quite short and small compared to these activities from the mountains and soils as well. So space for the children and youth in the mountains can be made more feasible by working with local governments to implement nature reserves and national parks, to make some of the education plans and to consider about the biodiversities, and to make the conserve and the reserve to this movement and this environment. We are cooperating with the local government and companies as well. Thank you so much.
Young people or children who have experience in this area or who has interest in these areas, we can also play a leading role as well. Next year, the United Nations Disaster Risk Reductions will have a global platform of disaster risk reductions at Bali, Indonesia as well. I sincerely ask you can actively enjoy in every section through different channels. I also ask you can join in the discussions of mountain ecosystems, and we can also actively put this topic forward. Thank you.